The Dark Horse might just be the best sounding factory Mustang ever. And with a Steeda Resonator delete, we have perfected that sound with either an X pipe or an H pipe. And we're gonna show you the difference right now. Get the pipe in place, line up the end with the smaller diameter as shown. You want the front to be about halfway into the clamp. Make a mark at the other end of the X pipe where we'll make the cut. If you aren't on a lift, it may be easier to remove the cap back entirely and cut it while it's off the car. Once both pipes are cut, loosen the 15mm nuts on the factory clamps. You should then be able to pull the resonator pipe off. Get your Steeda Resonator pipe up in place by making sure the clamps are facing the right way. The rear clamps can be fitted over the pipes towards the back. Having a jack or box underneath can help you get the right angle. Once in place, tighten the clamps down at the front first, then the rear with a 14mm wrench on top. If you're using the included clamps, they are a 9/16 socket. Torque everything to 55 foot-pounds and you're good to go. It's always good to do a bolt check after about the first 100 miles to make sure nothing has come loose. All right, so you just saw how easy it was to install the X pipe. We've gone ahead, put on the H pipe now, because now we're gonna test that one. Now keep in mind, these Steeda pipes are made out of 304 domestically sourced and domestically made stainless steel. So these H pipes and X pipes are made right here in Georgia. So you know you're getting a high quality kit each and every time. Now, they do come with these exhaust clamps, which are good for 95% of the people out there, although they are considered a one-time use only exhaust clamp. Now, we do offer a premium upgrade clamp that is the same as the factory clamps that are also available on Steeda.com. One of the other cool things about this kit that really gets overlooked is the weight savings. The factory suitcase, as they call it, weighs 8 pounds more than this, which is typically what you're gonna save from a catback exhaust system. But the difference in sound by just removing the resonator pipe and installing an X or an H pipe is incredible. These cars sound so much better nowadays than they used to. So before you drop $1,500 plus on a catback exhaust system, you really should try out replacing that resonator pipe with an H or an X pipe because the sound difference is absolutely incredible. It's in quiet mode. All right, so hit the first one, which is normal, yeah. Rev it a little bit. Now go to the race mode. Wow. Yeah, that sounds really good. And that's the X pipe. Let's get on the dyno. The only modification on the car is our cold air intake. You'll see it did 436 horsepower to the tires. We then added our Steeda X pipe. Now most people think the X pipes make more power. And you know what? On the S550s, you are correct. But whether it's a Dark Horse or a GT, for some reason on the S650s, that's not the case. You see the X pipe picked up about 1.5 horsepower. Torque was the same at 381. We then threw on the Steeda H pipe. That's when it really shined. Picked up 3 horsepower and 2 foot-pounds of torque. But everybody knows H pipes make more power down low. And if you look right here at 2,800 RPMs, where you're gonna spend a good amount of your time accelerating from traffic lights and things like that, you'll see it's making more torque here, 11 more foot-pounds than stock, 9 more than the X pipe. Even the horsepower, 6 more than stock, 5 more than the X pipe. But for some reason, whether it's a dark horse or a GT, these Gen 4 Coyotes, everyone we've tested, the H-pipe makes more power, which is crazy. It's the complete opposite of an S550 Mustang. It also gives you that deeper, throatier sound. So we're gonna unstrap the car, go out there and give you the difference in the sound between stock, X-pipe, and the H-pipe. And that'll help you make the determination of which sound and option you're gonna want on your new S650. Now you know why, in my opinion, the absolute first modification you should make to your Mustang is a Resonator delete. Not only does it give you more smiles per mile, every time you roll into that throttle, you're gonna hear a much different sounding Mustang. Installation is a breeze, and with the factory active exhaust, you maintain all of your exhaust functions. So if you live in a community, apartment complex, maybe you have an HOA, you can still start up this car and be completely quiet. So it offers great performance. You saw that on the dyno graphs, each one making a little bit different power, but you're gonna maintain those factory active mufflers, which tend to be a lot more reliable than some of the aftermarket units. Plus, you're saving thousands of dollars. So if you want a mod that's gonna completely change the personality of your Mustang, start with a Resonator delete at Steeda.com. Hit like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and remember, speed matters.